But I had friends like Bob Fine, and if you think I was fussy, let me introduce you to Bob Fine. All of those guys demanded and constructed their own variables on the plate, the machines. The thing that changed A&R was that Harvey Jr. said to me, look, I'm not selling these big EMT plates. Could we do something? And I said, well, why don't we use my place as a showroom? You just place it there, and Schwartau and I will see why it's not appealing to the community that wants space. They want rooms. I had this one EMT, and it sat right on the fourth floor, right in the studio. Unless you banged into it with a chair, it's the same content. It wasn't a terrible thing to hear. I learned a lot about EMTs. Ended up with 4 of them in that place, and eventually 4 for every studio we ever owned. Suspended them in, as you may remember, in basements, on chains. But the idea was not to have people mess around with the delay. I don't mean the delay. The delays were variable anyhow. And I stole that from Fred Plout, watching him take a tape machine and delay it in and delay it out and create those incredible sounds that became Columbia Records in my book. I mean, everybody, the great ones, sort of copied it. And when you got it subtle, which is what I think A&R developed, was my desire that a vocal sound would have its own chamber and no brass or guitar would ever be fed into it, which is, unique at the time. I see guys mixing, they'll mix with 7 or 8 chambers, but intermix all of the music, which is okay if you're trying to make a live stage version, but if you want the purity and the instrument to have life, and you've got all of this luxury of just wonderful ways to stretch and say how long the delay and how long is the size and how big is the room that you're imitating. I think that in itself was the master beginning for studios, because studios supposedly had a sound.